Yeah, what's good? Getting top back with another video, and today, boys, we got 49ers versus Bucks recap. BCB, Big Cock Brock, dude. Holy shit. Whew. Alright, but first news, if you're or first thing first, if you're new here, subscribe. You can see more of my videos. I cover the Niners from week to week. I'm trying to eventually get to where I could branch out my content a little bit more, not just focusing on the 49ers. I'm still gonna focus on the Niners because little Niner bias, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. And like the video to help the video, comment on it, does the same thing. But yeah, let's talk about it. So first things first I want to talk about is the Deebo Samuel injury. They're saying it's not as bad as we initially thought. I thought bro tore his ACL or Achilles or something. I was pissed. Still kind of mad because he got hurt because Deebo is a big part of this offense. I know his numbers aren't as good as they were last year, but he's still a huge part of this offense and he's still really good. But yeah, so they've said it's a high ankle sprain, which is expected to be 4 to 6 weeks. We don't have an exact thing, but that's what Kyle says that he expects it to be. Is what he, and he obviously knows more than us. So, but yeah, so hopefully Debo gets well soon and is playing, and at least in the playoffs, because right now we looking like that. Also, great news: the Seahawks lost, so they're 2 games behind us, and they lost to the Panthers, who we beat. So yeah, that's a dope thing. We play them Thursday night. I will be back with another video on Thursday. But yeah, let's get into these stats, man. Oh, showed y'all the wrong screen. But yeah, here it is, 35-7. We honestly whooped them. Shout out to the offense. The defense looked awesome too. Honestly, a lot of Tom Brady's yards and shit came in garbage time. I'm serious. Let's get to talking about this team though. Brock Purdy, I want to say 21 attempts. Like, no, he didn't throw the ball and he didn't go over 200 yards. The kid played a good, efficient game, and they took advantage of opportunities, which is something with Jimmy Garoppolo I had a problem with. Was with Jimmy, we would get in the red zone and then we wouldn't score. We'd have to settle for 3. I think Robbie only took. He might have took 2 field goals by the end of this. Robbie 5 points. No, he only took. Wait, what? I'm tripping. Wait. Yeah, he only took 1 field goal, 2 extra points. Purdy had 2 touchdowns. Debo had a rushing touchdown. So did Christian McCaffrey. But yeah, we'll talk about it. Brock Purdy, though, I think he played. Honestly, I think the Niners could be even better with Brock Purdy. One thing that they've talked about is how Brock Purdy's played against. He's been the scout team quarterback. He's gone against a great defense this whole time in practice. So he's battle tested, bro. He like for a rookie, he's battle tested. He knows what's going on. It's kind of like Trey Lance last year. He kind of did the same thing. He came in towards the end of the year, but he's played against a really good defense, and he looked good, like Trey Lance did against the Texans. I would honestly argue Brock Purdy looked really even better than Trey did against the Texans. He did throw an interception, but it got called back. We did get lucky with some calls. I will admit that as a Niners fan. We got some lucky-ass calls. Purdy threw an interception to a defensive lineman who dropped into coverage, but it was called back for a defensive penalty. Next play, he stands in there, throws a double move to Brandon Ayuk. Mwah, beautiful route. Gets hit as he throws and still completes it. Awesome. He did the same, kind of the similar route to CMC. It was great. I think our offense could be better with Brock because I feel like Brock Purdy does the things Jimmy Garoppolo does, but the kid's a little more confident and willing to throw the ball downfield. That's my biggest gripe with Jimmy. He's not willing to push the ball downfield, and so it kind of exposes the Niners offense a little bit. But with Brock willing to be able to throw it deep, but he still does all the little things that Jimmy does, but then he's able to throw it deep and stuff. And then you add the mobility that he has over Jimmy. The offense looks really good. It looks phenomenal, honestly, and I think it could even be better with Brock Purdy than it was with Jimmy. And yeah, like I said, the kid's willing to throw it deep. I think there was like a stat that 20 plus air yards, so throwing it over 20 yards. Jimmy only has 1 this year. CMC has 1, and Brock Purdy had 2 in this game. A touchdown to CMC and a touchdown to Brandon Ayuk. Awesome game. Okay, and then also the rest of the team performed well to keep the pressure really off Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy didn't have much pressure going in this game because guys like Christian McCaffrey was averaging 8.5 yards per carry on 119 yards. Same with Jordan Mason. He was played really well. Debo, before he got hurt, was playing really well in the run game as well. And Brock himself actually ran it in for a touchdown. He had Brock Purdy looks nice, man. He had it was like a 3rd and 11 where he scrambled out and dove and got the first down, but it was called back for holding. But he looks really good. He looks calm, cool, comfortable back there, and willing to take the deep shot. But he's also willing to check the ball down. He looks like a great in between. You know, he's aggressive, but he's not overly aggressive where it's costing his team easy yards. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So let's get into Brandon Ayuk. Honestly, had to step up, but he only had 2 catches, but honestly, they were great. Debo had 4 receptions. Underneath guy making plays. CMC like had a touchdown that was a pretty dope like kind of streak thing. Same with Brandon Ayuk with a double move. George Kittle had a couple good catches. Honestly, and we got penalties that went our way. I will admit that we did get a couple, but honestly, some of them were really flags. Other ones were a little questionable. Like the Juwan Jennings 3rd down or holding, or I don't know. Say that they said he dragged Juwan Jennings down. To me, it looks like Jennings tripped, but hey, that's what the refs called, right? But yeah, shout out to Danny Gray as well. He got his first touchdown, or not his first touchdown, his first NFL reception. He's had a couple targets, but they've nothing really materialized there. But yeah, he got his first NFL reception, went for 10 yards. Huge shout out to this man, Dre Greenlaw. Moving on the defense, by the way. Dre Greenlaw played so fucking good, dude. Honestly, we signed him to a 3-year deal. We should have signed him to a 5. I ain't gonna lie. The way he's looked awesome. He's looked every worth that. He's a perfect running mate with Fred Warner. Him and Fred are awesome. And Dre Greenlaw was just flying everywhere. He made a super athletic play, jumped up, tipped the ball, and then came down and, you know, got it for a pick. Awesome play. Same thing. Jimmy Ward's played on the whole defense has played really good. We honestly didn't get to Tom. I don't even think we got a sack this game. We didn't get a sack, but like he had nowhere to go. The defense just played so well. Diamador Lenore got tested a couple times, no penalties, which is awesome. It's the thing I feel like Lenore struggled a little bit. He doesn't turn his head around and he gives up a penalty, but he didn't, which was awesome. Deshaun Gibson had a pick. It was kind of an overthrow by Brady, and he just capitalized on it. Honestly, I feel like the team played really well. The opportunities they were given, they took them. They capitalized on like almost every opportunity they had. They scored points every possession base, I think, right? No, we had a shit. I lied to y'all on that, but they played really, really well, honestly, in my opinion. I think going in to next week against Seattle, you got a team that's roaring behind Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy's he's confident. He's a little cocky. He's a little different compared to Jimmy and Trey. Jimmy and Trey Lance, they're both like they're quiet. They're leaders, right? But they're like more of the quiet. Brock Purdy wears his feelings on the sleeve a little bit more. You know, he talks a little bit more. Got a little bit of swagger to him. So I really rock with that. Let's switch over to this camera and just recap that. Well, talk about going on to next week. Like I said, or wait, actually, hold on. Yeah. My bad, y'all. My bad. So we're looking at next week. We got Thursday night football against the Seahawks. That's a big game, honestly, because if we beat the Seahawks here, I think we're basically guaranteed to win our division unless we, yeah. Because I don't, yeah. Because wait, what's our record? We're 8-9-4. Seahawks are gonna tell me. Can you just tell me the record? Oh my god, I'm gonna look dumb. Okay, Seahawks are 7-6, right? Yeah, they just still lost. Seahawks are 7-6. We're 8-4. If we beat the Seahawks here, I think pretty handily win our division. We got a Commanders who are in the playoffs. We got the Raiders who I think are out of it, and I think the Cardinals are out of it too. And they've kind of struggled this year. So if we say we lose to the Seahawks and lose to the Commanders, and then we go and win against the Raiders or Cardinals, if we end with a 2-2 split, I think we still win the division because the Seahawks have a tough record. I think they play the Jets. They play fuck, dude. I gotta look. They play the Jets. They play the Chiefs. They play us, who is going to be a tough game, and they play the Rams as well. Who, if Baker Mayfield plays like he did, Thursday night, could be a tough game for him. So but yeah. So looking at it, I think we got a pretty good chance to win the division. Go to the playoffs and is number 1 in our division, which is sick, awesome. Honestly, Brock Purdy, I love the way the kids play. He's not making mistakes, which is what you need from him right now. And he's willing to push the ball downfield. And I feel like it opens up our offense more than it was with Jimmy. I feel like the offense looks better than it does with Jimmy, if that makes sense. And then this team's defense is so good. It's amazing. So yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. The only thing is Debo got hurt. I hope he can stay healthy. If we can stay healthy and not take any significant injuries, I feel like we're a really good competitor for the Eagles in the NFC. I really feel like those, like us, the Cowboys, and the Eagles I feel like are the best NFC teams, and I feel like we got a really, really good chance against the Cowboys. I feel like we got a good chance against the Eagles too. But I think we're just gonna have to wait, right? So let's wait and see. Yeah, we'll be back Thursday. For after the Seahawks game. Uh, yeah, boys. Let me know y'all thoughts and opinions down below in the comments. Until next time, it's your boy Tabo. Peace.